What's going on today, guys? This is TM Smith, or T Smith 678, whatever you know me as. And today I have the brand new TW Smith BTMN model to show you. So let's take a look at this thing. Alright guys, what's going on? I hope everybody's doing well today. I just am taking some time out of the night to look at this guitar. I've been able to test it out for the last couple weeks. I typically just check out a guitar for a couple days at a time, but in this case we use some new supplies internally on the guitar, so give it a little extra love. Put out a playthrough the other day, just kind of riffing along with it, try to do a little shredding for you. But yeah, I put out a video the other day. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but go take a look for it. I'll either have a link for it somewhere here or in the bio. This is literally like the first YouTube video that I have made myself, so don't really know what the hell I'm doing yet, so thanks for bearing with me. But either way, let's just run down the quick specs of this guitar. So to start things off, we've got this Quilted Maple top. This finish is kind of like a chameleon-y style finish. Like, it's very black in some lights, very purple in some lights, but I love the look of a guitar that kind of changes visual tones with the direction it's being held in, so always cool to me. An African mahogany body. At the moment, I don't even have a back plate cover on it, but it's fine. This video is more so just to share some excitement that I have over this guitar. Backplate, whatever. When you buy this, it will have a backplate on it, I promise you. I do not know how to say the name of this fretwood, and being that it is after 6 p.m., my father is asleep already because he is the oldest 54-year-old man in the world. So I'm going to give it a shot. It's either Pau Ferro, Pau Ferro, Pau Ferrar. I don't know. It just looks like Jon Favreau when I look at the spec sheet. But yeah, so really nice fretboard. It's kind of got the same feel and look of like a Makassar Ebony or a Zerkot. We got a really nice 7-piece neck here. Purple Heart, Paduk, and Walnut neck. So definitely not going anywhere. Super stiff neck. Got our original Floyd Rose locking trem system. Everybody knows what's up with that. Obviously, Floyd Rose locking nut, which they do sell separately now, which I think is kind of interesting. But when you think about it, it makes sense with different nut widths. They have a couple different spacings. But yeah, so Floyd Rose with the nut with it. We've got this awesome, I hope the camera can pick up the figure. I'll put a little close up if not, but we've got this cool covered Bareknuckle Aftermath pickups. I believe this is a newer cover that they offer. Either way, these pickups just crush, man. Like, I've been using Blackhawks for years at 7 strings. I've had some 6-string models of it, but there's something about the 7 that does what I want perfect, where the 6s don't as much, and these do exactly what I want in a 6-string pickup. For a more lower tuned, mid, like throaty kind of vibe, these pickups are perfect. They got a lot of low end, but they have the right kind of bite. Nothing sounds brittle about them. Alright, other than that, this guitar is 26.2 inch scale, so not a true baritone, but definitely longer than your standard 25.5 Fender scale or your Gibson scale 24 3/4. So I really love this scale length. I think it's such a good middle ground for that like C sharp down to B or lower tuning without strings being overbearing, but they still hold their tuning really well. I've had this in C sharp standard for the whole time I've been playing it, and it just feels awesome. I feel like for me personally, I like a bit tighter of a string. For me, this scale length, even though I've used it on 7 strings before, if I'm gonna have a 6 string with this scale length, this is like the perfect C sharp to C scale length for me. I think anything below that I might start going a little longer, like B standard I might go 27, but I really love this scale length. It's just a perfect mix between lower tuning stability and being able to still shred without working too hard for it. We got 24 stainless steel frets. Stainless steel frets are just the standard nowadays. For a while it was considered a bit of an upgrade for us, like where you're designing your guitar and you want to put a little extra flair to it and just have a little extra high-end fun added to it. But now stainless steel frets are always happening. If you're getting a TW Smith, you're getting stainless steel fret. I don't know many companies that do that, which is really sick to me. They feel super slick. They are just perfect. We've also got some Hipshot locking tuners. Pretty awesome. Don't have to worry about coiling anything up. We got 3-way toggle switch and then a push-pull. So pretty standard setup. Obviously, single coil push-pull isn't super common always, but I feel like it's becoming a lot more desired and kind of necessary. I feel like with the way music is moving and things becoming so dynamic with so many guitar players, that having that option, it just makes sense. I've got either a push-pull or a mini toggle on every one of my guitars, I think, at this point, other than my Les Paul. Maybe not my Strat. My Strat has single coils in it. I don't need that. Moron. Yeah, but I mean, this guitar is just sick. It's simple. It's obviously based on a very classic silhouette with just some upgrades and tweaks, which we really like to do here. So you've got something that feels comfortable, near and dear to you, but with a little bit extra flair to it. We're not pretending to reinvent the wheel with this one, but this is just a shape that I think, honestly, we're going to probably continue to tweak and modify a little bit. As most of our shapes end up, they kind of start closer to their inspiration, and then over time they morph into something a little bit more different than what they originally were, but never too far off. That's kind of how the Cooper started. You can clearly see where the Cooper was based off of, and then it just kind of starts wiggling around a little bit over time as we experiment and just kind of have fun with things. I mean, I'm not the one building them. I do all of the quality control, and now I'm going to have a lot more video stuff coming up, both personally and for the brand. But I know that when I'm speaking to my father while he's making these things, he's genuinely having fun with them. So it's cool to see how the shapes kind of morph and tweak, but this is the basis for it. This is the BTMN 6. Obviously 6, 7, and 8 strings all available. Get a BTMN bass. That might be kind of cool. Probably would be really cool now that I think about it. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Do a BTMN 4. Give me a 4 string or a 5. Get a 5 bass. Alright guys, I'm going to just throw a couple riffs out in this thing, and I hope you guys enjoyed this guitar. Hit me up on Instagram, YouTube. We're trying to build this channel and really get more of the word out about TW Smith guitars. So if you care to see more stuff, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram at TW Smith Guitars. I'll have all the links in the bio. I'm also going to be creating my own YouTube channel by now. If I have it launched by the time this video's up, the link will be in the bio for sure. If not, you'll see it eventually and I'll be promoting it. But at the moment, just follow me on Instagram, tsmith678. And you'll see a lot more content coming from me personally and the TW Smith guitar brand. So I plan on trying to do a video like this of every guitar that I QC. Not that there's a lot of love that needs to go into the QC process, but if I'm gonna do stuff with it, I'm gonna make sure that, from me being a very picky and specific guitar player, that you're gonna get something perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna introduce you to the inspiration behind the name, because most of the guitar names, not most of them, a handful of guitar names are all based on my animals. Alright, so here is my shy little man. He's so sweet and cuddly, but he does not like being held around. Look at this little guy. He's so sweet, but he hates this. He's our 15-year-old boy. He lives in a closet. We call it his apartment because he just likes to chill. He will be snoozing or snuggling all day long, and he just deserves to have a guitar named after him. So he is the inspiration behind the BTMN.